Welcome. In today's conversation, is for sure we're going to cover production and sales. That certainly matters in this market. It definitely doesn't end there. The goal is to help you build a business that can grow without breaking you. And that is my ultimate obsession and the reason I exist at this point in the real estate industry. So if you are a solo agent, we're definitely going to help you focus on stabilizing your production business and also growing closings. The goal here is to add at least 2 to 3 closings per month without paid leads or cold calling. If you're a team leader, that's the path that I went down in my journey. We're going to talk about growth without carrying all the weight. I was talking to a guy recently here, has like 70 agents on his team and he's still in production. And I'm like, I know why he's still in production, because he's not making the kind of money that he wants to make. So we'll definitely talk about the system here and how it will help a team leader. And if you're a broker owner, you are fighting a fight that I know is difficult. And I know you're feeling the pressure in this market. So this definitely will help you. And do not worry, this is not a sales pitch. This is free, not because it's not majorly impactful. It's only free because the model only works if you win first. And if you don't know who I am, let me give you a little bit of context. My journey in real estate was one of quick growth. 27 homes sold in my first 10 months, 44 my first full year. 5 years later, I scaled my real estate sales business to 453 transactions with 10 agents that I helped in my local market. And that year I took home $1.2 million. And don't worry, it was not easy. It was hard. There was nothing easy about it, but I did get down to working 1 day per week. In 2013, I did do something different that is not typical in our industry. I built a system-based business. And in 2013, I launched Real Estate B School, where I helped a lot of agents, 3,000 or so agents around the country, put systems into their business that can do the heavy lifting for them. Since then, I've built a couple multiple seven-figure businesses. At this point, I have a couple thousand agents that I help in different markets across all the world. I've also lived through multiple market cycles. And, what worked in 2008, 9, 10, or even 20 and 21 is not working today. So the goal today is twofold. We definitely are going to talk about how to grow sales predictably in this market, but also how to make sure that traditional success doesn't trap you long-term. And the overarching system that I'm going to be unpacking today is called Agent Freedom OS. And for most of us, we got into real estate for flexibility, upside, right? The freedom that was promised to us from this industry. And in some seasons, that feels true. In others, that freedom may feel impossible to achieve. So the question usually doesn't come down to one of effort. I find that real estate agents are super hardworking, very entrepreneurial minded. It's usually a question of structure and systems, and we'll dig into that today. Before I show you the solution, we definitely need to be honest with ourselves about what's keeping so many of us trapped. The traditional model, you'll hear me talk a lot about traditional success, the traditional model. It teaches you how to sell homes. And granted, that's important. And we're going to talk about that today, but it doesn't teach you how to create stability, how to create leverage, or how to exit, the business. There is no exit plan in the traditional model. So that's why most real estate agents, team leaders, and even broker owners, they can spend decades working harder, but never achieve freedom. And most agents are stuck on a transaction treadmill. If you're not showing homes or signing contracts, you're not getting paid. Even top teams and brokerages often face the same trap, that revenue stops coming in if they sort of take their foot off the gas pedal, right? And so the problem isn't effort. It's typically structure. You cannot out hustle a model that was built without leverage or exit potential in mind. Without a proven system, you end up burning out and not getting the results that you're looking for. So let's rate your current platform. So I want you to just take a moment. I'm going to take you through 6 areas that I believe to be important about the platform that you're running your business on. And when I mean platform, it's the brokerage that you are hanging your license with. That is a platform, right? And we're just going to do a quick 1 to 5. 1, it's not good. And 5, it's awesome. And this isn't about where you think you should be. It's just about getting clarity in your business, because clarity comes before progress. And I wouldn't overthink these. Just 1 to 5, what's your answer? So number 1, do you have margin, presence, and a life you actually enjoy? Forget GCI and money for a second. How do your days actually feel? And if freedom feels like a luxury right now, that's okay. This isn't about perfection. It's about direction. So scale of 1 to 5, freedom and quality of life. Second part here, predictable production. Do you have a documented, repeatable system that generates and converts business systematically? Like if I looked at your business, would I see a lead generation and conversion machine, or is it a lot of hope marketing? Scale of 1 to 5, just your first sort of gut reaction. 3, so the effectiveness of the platform. Does your brokerage actually help you close more deals? Not just give you a bunch of logins or a bunch of ideas. Like, I mean, actual systems and strategies that your brokerage is giving you that is leading to actual closings. Scale of 1 to 5. How about agent collaboration? Number 4, are the top producing agents in your brokerage openly sharing? I mean, like literally handing you the stuff that's working in their business. Is it truly collaborative, or is it quietly competitive? How about leveraged income and an exit plan? At your current brokerage, on your current platform, is there a real plan to build income beyond production? Like if you stop selling for 6 months, what happens to your bank accounts? Does income keep coming in, or is there a plan for you to plug into in a system to generate leveraged income and have that exit plan? Number 6, do you operate from a 3-year vision, a 1-year plan, and a 90-day focus? Are you in reaction mode day to day or week to week? Or are you like operating according to a very clear vision? You know exactly what's happening next year. You're working in 90-day cycles, and even on the daily, you know what to do every day to increase your production. And there's no blame or shame. So what your score actually reveals, it's not a personal failure. Low scores in these areas are simply a platform problem. That's why working harder isn't the answer. This is the model for the last 100+ years. Traditional real estate brokerages, the structure is top heavy. So there's a lot of layers in this machine. You've got the franchise headquarters, franchise owners, regional leaders or owners. You've got office owners, office staff. Each of those layers are taking a cut of your commissions. And typically it's about 4 or 5 layers that need to get paid before you get paid, or for this machine to even run well, right? It's a model built for the brokerage and the different layers to win before really truly the agent wins. In this model, typically there's 0 chance of true freedom for the agent, but this is the old way. Luckily, things have changed, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Because of the way the traditional model set up, there is no exit, there's no leverage, there's no freedom. It doesn't matter if you're selling 20 homes a year or 200 homes a year. If your income stops when you do, that is not real success, at least the way I think about real success. And that's what we're about to cover in this Agent Freedom OS conversation. It can change everything for you. So this is the trap, right? There is no freedom in the traditional model. It'll keep you busy, but it will not allow for freedom. And the solution isn't to grind harder, it's to operate differently. Freedom is not a matter of effort, it's a matter of systems. Systems that create predictable income, predictable leverage, and also time freedom. And that is exactly what we talk about in Agent Freedom OS. And this is a 3-part framework. So complete business operating system for all the constituents we talked about: solo agents, team leaders, broker owners. And it works in stages. So production OS, that is sort of the nitty gritty of the system. This helps you sell more homes now. And we'll talk about how we can add at least 2 to 3 closings per month very quickly. Attraction OS is going to help you build wealth over time. So that is like something you could build over time. There's no requirement to plug into that system, but I'll show you what it is here in a second. And then Freedom OS helps you stay focused and sane, right? We don't want you to lose your mind building out these 2 other income streams. So success, we want that to be sustainable. And this is the formula for me that changed everything. And if you have an open mind to really explore it, this will change how you look at your business. Production creates consistent income, and you need that base. Attraction creates leverage income. That's your wealth builder. When you combine them under one system, your business stops depending on your daily hustle and starts serving your life. And that's what this is all about. It's about freedom. You don't have to think about all of this today, right? We're going to help you build this out in stages. But I want you to know where this path leads. And if you end up partnering with us, you get everything you need across all of these different systems: Production OS, Attraction OS, and Freedom OS, not only to grow your sales, but to scale your wealth. Everything is swipe and deploy. Everything is ready to go. There is no guesswork whatsoever and no trial and error at all. Not like I had to do kind of growing up in this industry. Everything seemed like full of pitfalls and landmines and that sort of thing. We've eliminated all of that. So let's dig into the first part of the framework. And this is where most agents, we're 2 years into a unit recession right now. Most agents are struggling when it comes to production. So in this market, the fastest way to reduce stress, I know for most of you, is to help you get a predictable flow of closings. And that's the focus of Production OS. And this is going to give you, we break this down. I talked about a 3-year vision, 1-year plan, 90-day world. We break this down into a clear daily plan to grow your income predictably and sustainably. And this is the intention here. We used to charge a lot of money for this until I wound down the coaching program. We add 2 to 3 deals per month within 3 to 6 months. No paid leads, no referral fees, no cold calling. Just proven systems that attract business. So this is all about attraction marketing, and it's and a combination of that and exceptional client care. So one of our lead gen levers is hinged on doing an awesome job for your clients, and the byproduct being a flow of inbound referrals. So the focus of Production OS is to challenge you to think more like a business builder. Systems are the ultimate form of leverage, and this is where most agents struggle. This is not a get rich quick or magic bullet, but this approach works. And the goal here is to generate organic inbound leads that allow for sustainable growth, not to put you on some paid lead source or a referral fee at closing. That is not going to give you the freedom that you're looking for. And that's the massive opportunity. It's to help you out of the gate, once we partner together, to build an inbound lead generation and conversion systems and end once and for all the vicious feast-famine cycle that most every agent experiences in their business. Lead gen is the lifeblood of a successful real estate agent's business. So you're not stressing about the next deal. Without a consistent flow of inbound organic leads, there are no deals, or you're sort of like stuck paying for leads. And the problem is that there is a lot of ways to generate leads, or at least we're told or sold that. New lead sources are popping up all day long. Most of them now are 30 to 40% referral fee at closing. You will not have freedom going down those paths. And a lot of the lead sources are really cold leads, super hard to convert. There's one estimate, I was talking to an industry expert, mentioned a stat which blew my mind: 1 billion leads sold to our industry on 4 million transactions. So 2 sides per transactions. Do the math. 8 million sides. Not all of them came as the result of a paid lead, but even if they all did, that's 125 times the number of leads sold to real estate agents than there are commission checks handed out. So I get asked this question, like, this is the perfect world. In a perfect world, you generate warm inbound leads that convert way easier. You can forever exit the third-party lead system, take control of your business, and your results will scale and compound over time. And this is the big picture, right? So just think about your current business. The goal is to get more people to, and I kind of put quotes around it, to know you and to add value to those people so that they fuel the growth of your business. And two core systems, these are our two foundational systems, our database touch blueprint and brand authority builder become the foundation of your business. Each of these lead gen levers, and these are 2 of the 10 that you'll get for free, each of these are good for multiple transactions per month. I had a member close on his 900th transaction of the year and 60% of his business, 540 transactions, and this is as of a month ago, 540 deals came from these 2 lead gen levers, database touch blueprint and brand authority builder, right? And here's the thing, we use the other lead gen levers to drive organic leads so that you never have to worry again where your next deal is coming from. So if you take like our expired direct mail system or for sale by owner system, we've got a motivated seller direct mail system, new constructions, home search leads, open house, yard marketing, and listing marketing. You can't do all of them because they're each good for multiple transactions, but you've got to get them implemented and running in your business. So the stuff works. None of it is guesswork. The whole goal is to get more people into your database that know you, like you, and trust you. Add crazy value to those folks, and they will fuel the future growth of your business. And the question I get asked is like, this sounds amazing. And I'm sure some of you are thinking, you know, why wouldn't every agent want this? And it's a fair question, but here's the thing, building systems in your business is really hard. Most agents aren't wired for building systems, and they're looking for the easy button. So our commission checks are pretty fat. And these lead aggregators or people that are kind of selling stuff into the business, they know this and they know we're going to buy leads from them or pay them some crazy 35, 40 plus % referral fee. Those methods can only take you so far, right? So the core of Production OS is a platform that I used to sell before I wound down my paid coaching company. I used to sell this for $10,000 for 90 days and then $1,800 a month. And it was called $1 Million Agent Method. There's 4 pillars. We talked about leverage lead generation. That is the key for most agents to build out the lead gen levers. So there's a consistent inbound organic lead flow. Then we've got all of the tools and systems around the appointment setting process, including all the nurture sequences, text and email nurture sequences for folks that aren't ready, the consultation framework so you can just sign at your commission, transaction fees included. And then how do we set up your client care system so the byproduct of working with you are closings from your closings. So referrals that come in without you having to beg for them that turn into closings. And when you build this out the right way, your business will scale and you will achieve time and money freedom. And most importantly, and this is what I want for all of you, is that I really want you to have impact in the areas of life that truly matter. In practice, when you install $1 Million Agent Method or Production OS into your business, inbound organic leads are generated consistently using attraction-based marketing. We've got database touch blueprint, brand authority builder, 8 other lead gen levers. Each are good for multiple transactions per month when fully installed. You've got all your nurture sequences handling the 90% of buyer and seller leads who aren't ready. Those lead nurture systems then serve up qualified prospects that are pre-sold on working with you when the time is right. And then you use our proven consultation frameworks because at this point, you're going on way more buyer and seller consultations. Those are going to help you maximize conversions from consultation to loyal client. And once they're a client, that's when the client care compound effect, a whole entire system. So client care becomes a lead gen lever. That's going to help you drive referrals without having to beg with them. And to top it all off, you've got an entire tech and marketing stack doing all the heavy lifting for you, keeping you organized, on track. And here's the cool thing. It doesn't matter where you are in the journey. So this journey, this $1 Million Agent Method or Production OS journey is designed to help you navigate all 4 stages from getting from 0 to 100, 100 to 250K per year of GCI to 500K to $1 million and beyond. I've got members doing literally 10 million of GCI per year, totally exited their business. I don't want to blow your mind. That might not be something that you want to implement, but all of these systems scale to whatever level you want them to. And the whole point is to do it in a way where you're not losing your life in the process. Inside of our custom built platform, you're going to have access to everything out of the gate, nothing held back, all the lead gen levers, all the other 4 pillars, the entire database touch blueprint system to build your database from the ground up, to feed it exactly the value sequences that you need to get the kind of conversion rate we know is possible in your database. Same with brand authority builder, all the other 8 lead gen levers. Most agents, here's the thing, most agents don't fail from lack of effort. They fail from not having a clear path and decision fatigue along the way. So this takes all of the guesswork out of building your business. You get every one of our swipe files. So in addition to the custom platform, you're going to get access to a Google Drive with hundreds, I think it's like over 500 swipe files. Every template, every presentation, every tracking sheet, every process is documented step by step. So we have process documents for all of the systems. And everything you'll have access to, we used to guard behind a paywall. It's all free now when you partner with us. So if you look at just one of our lead gen levers, so this is Database Touch Blueprint, all samples of everything, swipe files, editable idea generators, process documents, training videos. The goal here is to get your production ramped up as quickly as possible. And again, this has nothing to do with paid leads or cold calling, door knocking, and there's no time ever where I'd recommend you pay a referral fee at closing. Every week, I'm going to coach you live so you never get stuck. My team is also available in real time to answer questions if you ever need anything. And you're going to be personally onboarded once you activate inside of our community. So you and any agents you bring with you inside of Agent Freedom Collective, we'll onboard those agents for you so you don't have to. And then we have a thriving community, bunch of like-minded agents that are not only seeking growth in their production business, but they also want to surround themselves with, folks that are getting after it. Our community is about 2,500 agents strong. And the goal is we're going to be 10,000 agents strong by 2030. So here's the thing. This stuff works. Been helping agents since 2013. It's only about 6 months ago that we decided to stop charging for all of this. So I wound down Real Estate B School, paid coaching company. Now it's 100% free to agents that partner with us. So combination of our, delighted reviews or Google reviews or video testimonials, 500, maybe even more than that, 600-700 agents have said good things about us. While it's free to agents that partner with us, a ton of people have paid, I've had clients that have paid over 6 figures to get access to some of the stuff that you guys will get access to for free once we partner together. And here's the thing, when you figure out the lead generation part of your business and the lead conversion, and we systemize all of that, your business stops feeling chaotic. You can finally plan your income, your time off, and your life with confidence. And that's why Production OS is the foundation of everything else. That's going to create the peace of mind and consistency. And again, it's all free when we partner together on this platform. So once you built out the solid production system, it's time to think beyond the next deal. This is where the real freedom comes. It's when you stop trading time for money. And this was my big aha, and I'll explain a little bit what I mean by that here in a second. When you stop trading time for money and you start building income that continues whether or not you are working. And that's where Attraction OS comes into play. And this is the wealth building engine of Freedom OS. And this is not about recruiting. I promise you, it's just about helping other agents win. Agents are struggling. They're always struggling, but now 24 months into a unit recession, they're really struggling. Sadly enough, their brokers, even a lot of team leaders, are not equipped to give agents the help that they need right now. When you have a system, even like just Production OS, the ability to share a system that other agents have had to pay $30,000 per year for, you can create leverage, because when they win, you win. Right? So that's lasting residual income that you can build up. Most successful agents, teams, and even broker owners, they make a critical mistake. They're building a job instead of an asset. When they stop working, everything stops. And if you're in that position right now, some of you just need to increase your production. We can help with that. Some of you are selling a lot of real estate, but it's a prison. It's not freedom. Attraction OS flips that equation by letting you create income that continues while you could be helping clients or on vacation or even asleep, and you have income coming in. So, and here's the coolest part. When you introduce an agent to our community, we coach them through Production OS. We help them build out the lead generation levers to grow their sales. You don't have to train these agents or manage them or onboard them. We do all of that inside of Agent Freedom Collective. So they get everything that we've covered so far for free. They win big, and you get rewarded every time they close a transaction. And when I finally slowed down to study this model, I finally realized the true power in it. So not only, when you think about it, not only is there not a pot of gold at the end of the production rainbow, the reality is that most agents would never be able to exit this industry gracefully under the traditional model. So I'm going to kind of take a little bit of a left turn here, and I want to have a conversation about what it would look like to be able to exit your business and what an exit strategy would look like. And this is something I learned from Tony Robbins at Wealth Mastery in Fiji. The guy definitely knows what he's talking about. And essentially, this is based on something called the Trinity study. So you can Google that. I call it the math of freedom. But Tony Robbins trained me to basically spend less than you make, invest the difference until you have a critical mass of investment capital so you can live off the income from that investment capital. So that's a way of saying if you had 100, or let's say 1.25 million in retirement savings, you can safely withdraw 4% or 50,000 per year and not risk drawing down all of your principal, that investment capital, too quickly, like running out of money before you pass away. So it's not a complicated concept, but this is the game all of us are playing regardless of whether or not we're in real estate. This is just the game of being able to take your foot off of the, having to go out and make money pedal. And that's the whole point here. So when I saw this, and when I really understood the math I'm about to go through with you, this is when it really clicked with me. So everyone should have an I'm done number. And this is not real estate specific, but for me, it happened to be, I think it was like either $30,000 or $40,000 per month. And when I understood, I think it was 40 because the number was 12 million. I was like, if I get to a point where I have enough investment capital where I can live off the interest income at a level of $40,000 per month, that'd be amazing. I think my second number was like 20 would be great, but 40 would be awesome. When I did the math on that, it was $6 to $12 million. Most agents, I ask this question, it's either $10,000 or $20,000 per month. And that means you would have to save a liquid net worth, not your home, not automobiles or boats or second homes, like liquid net worth between $3 million and $6 million. Let that sink in. $3 million is $10,000 a month residual, and $6 million is $20,000 a month residual. Here's the thing you need to sort of come to grips with is that if your number is 20,000 per month, which is $6 million of liquid net worth, and you can't write a check for $1 million today in a 7-day, sort of like a 7-day window, that's liquid net worth, you have a lot of catch up to do. So if your I'm done number is 6 million and you've saved $1 million so far, the delta is 5 million. If you're saving $125,000 a year or $125,000 a year or roughly $10,000 per month you're saving, it would take you 40 years to save the delta. So if your delta is that much and you're not saving that much, you have to be able to just deal with that. It's a problem that you have that has to be dealt with. The cool thing is under this model, because of Agent Freedom Collective, I take the heavy lift on in terms of helping agents you bring into our world produce at a very high level with proven methods that will be durable over time. And it allows you to build leveraged income through our revenue share model and what we call agent attraction. So essentially, You come over, you've got some friends that are struggling, introduce them to this platform. They come in, they have friends that are struggling, and that's how the model works. And this is the simple math. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this example, but if you could conceivably bring an agent every 90 days into Agent Freedom Collective, and over 3 years, you'd bring 12 agents in. Let's say they were not nearly as effective as you, and they only brought 3 agents in versus your 12. And let's say those agents were half as effective, and so they're less effective as this builds out. You would still, under this example, a $475,000 average price point at 2.75% commission, 6 transactions per year, you would generate a monthly residual income of just over $20,000. So remember, the 20,000 per month equals 6 million of liquid net worth. So the question is, like, based on where you're actually at today, how confident are you in terms of where you're going? And the question is it more likely that you can attract 10 to 15 agents into our world in the next 2 to 3 years and let me help them? I've helped thousands of agents. Let me help them grow their production. Or is it more likely that you can save $3 million or $6 million in the next 5, 10, 20 plus years, right? So you have a decision to make. And it's a decision you have to make whether or not we ever partner together. And so when you have production and you couple it with attraction, production is what funds the present. Attraction is what builds the future. And you're building a legacy income stream, not by recruiting, but by empowering others to use the same proven systems that you'll come in and use to grow your business. So these first 2 systems, Production OS and Attraction OS, that's going to give you the income and the wealth driver, but your business will grow, and you will grow a little bit. I mean, even the way we teach it, it's not very complicated, but complexity will grow. So Freedom OS is how you stay intentional as things get a little busier. So you'll get way more intentional. You'll have mastery over your time, your focus, and your mindset. And it's about creating the structure that allows freedom to flourish. So Freedom OS is the framework for how you think, plan, and execute. Because if you don't control your schedule, your business will. You'll learn how to build. So this is the 3-year vision, the 1-year plan, 90-day world. We'll teach you exactly how to build your days, your weeks, your quarters around what truly matters. And that's business growth and life alignment. And we have what we call an agent freedom dashboard, breaks all of your goals into consistent daily actions and inside of these 90-day cycles. And so you're always going to know what to focus on. There's no guesswork. There's no chaos, just measurable progress and absolute clear structure. And this is how you reduce overwhelm. And it's not about adding more systems or getting distracted by another CRM or, a lead source or whatever. It's about focusing on what is actually going to work in your business. So here's the thing that is typically pretty challenging in the traditional sort of way of going about business. A lot of agents can sort of win at work or, win selling homes, but they're losing at home. So in order to have the double win, winning at work and winning at home, you have to be able to deploy proven tactics and strategies around productivity, time management, and mindset. And we don't do this in just your business. So this is going to overflow into the areas of life that matter. We've actually have, I think it's 8 F's total. And then there's a bonus, which is fulfillment. But this is about your, faith walk or your physical body, your relationships. It's really everything. I love this quote by Tony Robbins where he says, freedom isn't, he says knowledge is only potential power, but freedom isn't achieved through motivation. It's achieved through implementation. And Freedom OS is what's going to help you translate what you learn in Production OS and Attraction OS into what you do consistently every single week, every single day. So that's a lot. I know I unpacked a lot. Production OS, Attraction OS, Freedom OS. The reason we're able to provide this opportunity to agents is a platform called Agent Freedom Collective, powered by eXp Realty. This is what provides the systems, the tools, the community to help agents win with margin inside of a very clear mission and with multiplication. So when you partner with us, Production OS, I mentioned it was $10,000 for 90 days and then $1,800 a month. That is now yours at no cost whatsoever. And you have the ability to pass it along to other agents. And that's where Attraction OS comes in, where we can take the heavy lift on training up agents and getting them productive. But you can have a massive wealth builder through Attraction OS and a highly leveraged sort of income pillar that you can build out. And then Freedom OS is all about productivity, mindset. It's the weekly, daily cadence to make all this happen. I do live weekly coaching. We onboard agents daily. Once a week, we do a sort of a small group agent onboarding. There's over 2,500 agents in the community, and we're all sort of fighting for this freedom. We're all sharing openly and leaning on each other in the process. And all of it is swipe and deploy. And there is no charge for all this. eXp Realty is the platform that Agent Freedom Collective is built on. And that's the thing that makes all this possible. Cloud-based, agent-owned. It is designed for collaboration and leverage. And eXp itself provides a world-class technology, a marketing platform, training, wealth building opportunities. Here's the key though, all without the overhead and politics of traditional brokerages. And it's not like eXp, for sure they've revolutionized the real estate industry, but it's not like this cloud-based model is new, right? Netflix crushed, a lot of providers in terms of like the blockbusters, and Amazon, pretty much every retailer got their butt handed to them because of Amazon. And eXp did the same thing in the real estate industry. And our founder, Glenn Sanford, flipped the model on its head. So instead of having like this overhead, multiple layers in the traditional model, he eliminated all of that, made agents owners. So every agent is an owner in the business. And now whether it's lead gen, technology, training, healthcare, I do our healthcare. It's amazing. Stock awards, revenue share, collaboration. The value stack is way too extensive. There will be another step for you to take with the person that invited you here to dive deeper into the tech or lead gen, training, support, and all of our other divisions, land and ranch and commercial and luxury or international. And then just one example, recent example of the power of collaboration is our AI agent accelerator. So 11 agents from all different markets across the country, closing deals using, actually closing deals using AI in their businesses, gave away all of their best stuff for free, and then it's now available on demand. And this is one of probably a dozen sort of we developed playbooks for every social media platform that are now available. We took all of our best agents that are crushing Instagram, crushing TikTok, crushing YouTube, and put together playbooks. And this is not in like a local market. This is like all the best of the best company wide that come together to build out these playbooks that now are offered to the entire company. So if the best agents in your brokerage aren't freely giving away all of their best stuff, you really need to be concerned. Are you in the right brokerages? Are you sort of putting your business on the right platform? So there hasn't been an opportunity where I could give everything I've built over thousands of clients, all of my best stuff, where now I can just give it away for free. There's never been a platform like it. When your business grows, we all win in this model. And the level of collaboration, it's hard to even explain until you get in what it'll feel like. So I believe in all of my being that the fastest way to grow and scale your business and achieve true time and money freedom is to partner with Agent Freedom Collective, powered by eXp Realty. And you can do it without ever paying for coaching, training, or technology ever again. And so it's a pretty simple promise, and I don't take this lightly. Yes, we want to help you grow your business, but we also want to help you grow your lifestyle and just bring a level of peace to your life. So we want time and money freedom. We'll help you with that. Been doing that for a very long time, but also to help you live your life with meaning, purpose, and impact. Now, if I can put it into one sentence in terms of our mission, it's to help real estate agents build enduring wealth through increased production and leveraged income through the attraction model, creating true time and money freedom so that you, the agent, can focus on the areas of life that truly matter. So If you know you need to be surrounded by folks that are playing the game of business and life at a different level, if you're just sort of tired of maybe not producing at the level that you want, you're ready to scale, you can take on at least 2 to 3 additional closings, or your team members can, or agents in your brokerage if you're an independent broker. You know that you probably should be spending time on things outside of real estate. You're willing to challenge the status quo. The industry does not want you to sell an extra 25 to 30 homes per year. I promise you, the whole industry is set up for you not to do that. All of the MLSs, all the brokerages would go out of business if all of the agents were selling 25 homes. We'd have to cut the number of agents down by 80% or something crazy. So we are here to help you get your unfair share, but to do it in a way where you're going to have time freedom along with that money freedom. And ultimately, if you're ready to start building real wealth with our help, we're definitely going to crush this opportunity together. And here is my warning. A lot of the stuff that I went through today, it seems like it sounds awesome. Like, Lars, if you could deliver this under this partnership you're talking about, it would be amazing. Some of you may not see the path to growth clearly. It will become clear once you partner with us and we get to work, because not only is growth possible, it's predictable when you follow a proven system. So I do believe there's a decision point. You can keep doing what you're doing and just be honest with yourself. Are you where you thought you'd be at this point in your journey? And do you have a clear plan for going forward? Or you could pivot and join us at Agent Freedom Collective, start building freedom now. And I do believe that one decision can change your trajectory forever. So I want to congratulate you for coming to this session with an open mind and an open heart, and looking at what this partnership could look like, right? This is not someone trying to like recruit you to their brokerage. This is about a true community of like-minded folks that are probably after something different. You know, we'll check the box and solve your production issues if you have them. But we also want you to build out, you know, a level of time and money freedom that is uncommon in the industry. So much love, much respect. We'll talk to you soon. Be good.